It's time for another Tubi Tuesday recap. Hey Tubi friends, it's Brad and I'm back with a brand new Tubi Tuesday recap. For those that don't know what Tubi Tuesday is, on the last Tuesday of the month, I recap my highlights and my lowlights for what I watched on Tubi this past month. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss any of these Tubi Tuesdays as well as any other videos that I do. And make sure you follow along at Tubi Tuesday on Twitter and Instagram to see what I'm watching throughout the month. You can also give me suggestions on some movies on Tubi that I should check out. All right, let's dig into it for Tubi Tuesday, November. All right, Tubi Tuesday for November. It was a bit of a slow month for me. I only managed to watch 10 movies on Tubi this past month. But I'm going to highlight and lowlight my top and bottom 3 for what I watched on Tubi the past month. I always like to start on the bottom, so let's start with the lowlights for what I watched. First on the list is from 1989. It is a movie called The Dead Pit. The arrival of a patient in a psychiatric hospital somehow frees a mad doctor who was shot and entombed with his fiendish experiments in an abandoned wing of the asylum 20 years before. So this film had some moments that were really good, and I really enjoyed a few moments of the film. But overall, this movie was just odd and kind of felt incoherent in a way. It kind of, I don't know, somewhat was a little hard to follow in a few parts. So overall, I just didn't enjoy my time with The Dead Pit, even though it had a couple good scenes that I really liked. So I can't fully recommend The Dead Pit. Next on the list is a movie called The Last Thanksgiving from 2020. A family of cannibalistic pilgrims attacks a restaurant that stays open on Thanksgiving. Now, the premise of this movie was pretty good. It could have been a really good kind of slasher chase kind of movie, but overall it was just like a been there, done that kind of thing that just didn't work. I mean, you have these cannibals, which we've seen before, and there's a group of, I think, 4 of them, including one of them who's bigger than the rest that dresses like a pilgrim, and it just didn't work. It was just, for the most part, dull, and I got to a point where I'm just like, okay, let's keep it rolling. This just isn't working. I definitely cannot recommend The Last Thanksgiving. So the last one on the list is the third film in the Darkman trilogy, Darkman 3, Die, Darkman, Die, from 1996, and this sees Arnold Vosloo replacing Liam Neeson as Darkman, and Jeff Fahey chewing up scenery in this film. Darkman, needing money to continue his experiments on synthetic skin, steals a crate of cash from drug lord Peter Rooker, attracting the gangster's attention. So like I said, this one wasn't that great. It was a direct-to-video sequel to Darkman, put out in 1996. I watched the whole trilogy on Tubi this past month, and Darkman 3 just kind of fell flat. You could tell it was a direct-to-video, and like I said, Jeff Fahey was chewing up the scenery. Anytime he's in it, you know, he's just going full at it, which, you know what, made it enjoyable, but overall it was definitely the weakest of the 3 films, and I can't recommend it unless you really want to watch the entire trilogy. Okay, let's move to the top of the list. let's talk about my top 3 films that I watched on Tubi this past month. And the first on that list, we're going to flip. We're going to go to the first film in this said trilogy, Darkman from 1990. And it was directed by Sam Raimi, stars Liam Neeson. A brilliant scientist left for dead returns to exact revenge on the people who burned him alive. So this movie is just a fun movie. You have Sam Raimi, who you would know from the Evil Dead movies, and there is a lot of his, feel in this film, a lot of his camera work, and you have Danny Elfman doing the music of this. You can hear a lot of 89 Batman kind of come out in some of the music, but this was just a great movie that was supposed to kick off, a Darkman series, which we did get 3 movies. We only got 1 with Liam Neeson, but I really enjoyed this first one. I hadn't seen this one, I think, since its original release, so it was kind of nice going back and revisiting this film. I would highly recommend checking out Darkman. The sequels you can give or take, but this first Darkman was really good. All right, next on the list is from 2012. It is a movie called Cockneys vs. Zombies. A gang of bank robbers team up with the residents of an old people's home to try to survive a zombie outbreak. Now, this movie was a blast. It was super funny. It had some great gore and action and zombie mayhem in it, and I highly recommend this. This is kind of like watching a Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels with zombies. It was super, super fun, and definitely would recommend going to check out Cockneys vs. Zombies. Highly recommended. All right, the last one on the list is from 2015, and it is a film called Miko. It is directed by Sterling Harjo, who co-creator of the series Reservation Dogs. In this one, Miko is released from prison after serving time for killing a cousin. Homeless, he learns that he must become a warrior to fight the witch preying on his people because they have lost their spirit. Now, this is it's a slow movie. It's a drama, but it really delves into like this time period of homeless people in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and how they kind of have to survive and how some people take advantage of other people. And in this whole time, Miko finds a spirit animal, and I don't know. I don't want to dig too much in it. It's just a really, really good movie. I really enjoyed the film quite a bit, and I would definitely say check out Miko. All right, so that will do it for another Tubi Tuesday. I will be back again next month for my holiday December Tubi watches. Like I said, follow on Twitter and Instagram at Tubi Tuesday. Send me some recommendations of what I maybe should watch on Tubi, and I can add them to my list. Maybe you'll see them pop up in a future Tubi Tuesday recap. And again, thank you for watching. And like I always say, Tuesdays aren't just for tacos. We'll see you later, everybody.